Disconnected.
Interesting to see if you guys can hear me now. I don't know if you can. I don't know if the mic's even working without closing being fully up and running. So probably can't. Maybe you can. Yeah, you can. Okay, good. So what I did was I had to completely reset everything because a couple of the CDUs weren't up and running. So I went ahead and I should be starting every stream completely cold and dark like this, but in order to get the OBS all set up and running so that you guys can enjoy the stream, I need to power everything up. And so that's why I had it like that. So now that I'm already streaming, I said, well, let's just go ahead and shut it down, reset the system. So what that entails basically is running a PowerScript file that shuts all of the systems down, shuts ProSim down, and basically tells all the computers, all three computers inside the MIP, that nothing's running, and then I'll run another background.
Connected.
Starts everything up and gets it ready to go. It starts all the software, all the ProSim software for the displays, for the audio, starts TeamSpeak, it starts vPilot, and gets us ready to go. So let's see if it works. Alright, so it looks like everything is up and running. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw the battery on. And I have no audio. So that's been one of the other issues I'm dealing with is the audio's working one time, the audio's not working another time. So now what I'm going to do is leave everything the way it is, double check my EFB, make sure the battery power or ground power is on. So I have ground power, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on. If I don't turn the ground power on, it's going to drain the battery, so at least I can leave that there until I get this audio system issue working. So I'll go back down here and manually start the ProSim audio. You guys are hearing that little ding. It's FSC is messaging me about some issues I'm having with the light dimmer on the pedestal. So I'm inside of Ultra BNC, which is an app that allows you to control the NIP PCs with a virtual desktop. And I'm checking it here, and I run Task Manager to make sure that the system is not running. It could be running, and nope, the ProSim audio is not running. So I'll launch ProSim audio, and hopefully we'll come here shortly with some sound. can see things are coming back to life now, so this is where I would start my process of the flight. I'm just having to do a lot of stuff ahead of time to make sure that I can at least get you guys to this point before we start the flight, or it'll be a virtual non-starter. Now, I apologize for the light. I know it's a little dark, but I haven't got any backlighting set up yet. The ones that I've tried, it just puts too much glare. It just looks fake, and I'd rather it be dark and realistic. I can turn up some lights and give you more additional light, or give you some additional light, but this is realistic, and I'd rather not flash it with a bunch of backlighting and have it just look flat. So kind of a personal preference. I know some people like to have it brighter so that you can see lots of detail, but realistically it's not like that in a real airplane. Okay, let's see. Check and make sure the stream is showing everything I'm anticipating it to show, and I'm suspect that it may not be. All right, so as you can see below the information, the MFG, or Microsoft Flight Simulator information about today's flight, 4043, you don't see my my CDUs, so I need to get those up. Just part of the maintenance and getting the whole system up and running. Just put those up there. I don't know if I can do it from here. I will try. Let's see if that worked. There's one. I don't think it's going to work. Okay. Okay, there's one. Yep, they worked. Okay. Now, the only caveat is they're both the same. So that is part of the OBS management system. Because ProSim requires all of these displays whenever they're used to be the same name. So if you update the software, it knows what to do. So you can't change the names of them, and so consequently, OBS pulls it up, and they're all called ProSim, so it gets confused as to which display you're trying to show. So you have to manually deal with it. This is not by the book, guys. Sorry, I just want to get this thing going, make sure it's going to work again. So please don't critique me too hard on the procedures. Spend 30 minutes going through all this stuff only to find out things don't work. It's a little bit tiring. Okay, let's see. So, and for anybody that's watching that has one of these things knows what I'm talking about. All right, so we're still at the same, roughly the same spot in Denver we were. Double check VATSIM, make sure we weren't fortunate enough to gain any. No. We're going to edit this flight plan one more time and make sure that it's current. Yep, use current time, no ETOPS. And if you're commenting and I don't respond, I apologize because I don't have access to that screen at the moment. I will try to pull that up as we get further along here. I just want to get things going so we can get this, make sure everything's going to work, and we can actually accomplish the flight. So let's see here. 4043. All right, so generate this flight. Alrighty, so let's see, we're gonna kill that, come up here to pre-file on the network. Main reason it's nice is like the United flight that's moving across over there, that's because I'm on VATSIM. Alright, so flight plan is filed. And we'll get the Denver weather. Apparently this is a ProSim deal that if VATSIM is not producing any weather, you've got to hit this twice in order for the default METAR to come up. Okay, so this is showing Denver 1920, the 19th, 2053 Zulu 070 at 10 knots. So that's still favoring runway 8. 10 statute miles visibility, 10 statute miles visibility, few clouds at 3,000, few at 5,000, scattered 20,000, temperatures -7, dew points -12, altimeters 3015 or QNH 3015, QNH 1021. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and here and get us our present position. There we go. We'll take the GPS left even though we haven't moved. We'll put that here in the scratch pad, put it on line select 4, go up excuse me, go to the route page, enter our departure, destinations KMSP, and we are Southwest Airlines 4043, and request that flight plan. Okay, so this is going here. We're going to get our OFP set up so we can see that, and then we can look at our takeoff performance information here, and that's showing 3-4 left still. And we are going to
override that because 3-4 left is not what we're going to use. We're going to use 8. Generate. Alright, let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's still the chewy one. Alright. Okay. 35,000. Mark that. $35,000. That should be the same. Okay, so that's fine. That's pretty much what we had the last time. So this is going to be the chewy one. Runway 8. And departure is going to be, or arrival, excuse me, is going to be 30 left. And the Torgy Swan. Torgy Swan ILS 30 left. And we're going to go down to the legs, go all the way to the bottom, because if we don't, then the route will get all fouled. Something about the way, so we got chewy here and chewy here, so we're going to clear all of that garbage out between them, and now ProSim is connected the dots. Why, I don't know. Something about the way the data is being read by Navigraph is what I understand. Alright, we're going to set that while we're there. Alright, so this is going to be a run through this to get this thing started, so again, please don't critique me too hard. If I forget something, my bad. Shame on me, as they say. So request the perf init data, and our IRSs are aligned. It's all cleared. Just checking the stall on the hardware to make sure it hadn't disconnected. So Carlo, I hope you saw that. The second stick shaker stall warning, they both started going, and then the pilot stopped, and they disconnected from one another. So something went wild there. They appear to be connected. Would imagine they're not though. So hydraulics gives me some work. Let me try this again to see if it does it again. That's a normal stick shaker test, but it went a little bit rowdy on the previous one, so not normal. All right, just checking the hardware, make sure everything looks good. Okay, so that was good. We got A's off, B's on. Let's go ahead and start the APU. Temperature's -7. select temperature showing 30 slash -7. So we'll go there. Flaps 5 because it always is. Doesn't like that temperature. I'm going to check the Southwest performance and see what it's showing. Yeah, see, its ACARS is showing departure on runway 8 as well. I don't know where this 34 is coming from. Alright, so -7. See, it's calling for select temperature of 48, so let's try that then. I will eventually figure out how this stuff works. Perf N1 limit 48/7. Alright, so it doesn't like Navigraph's 30, but it likes what Southwest Virtual's Love Cars 5 is doing at 48. So, interesting. Alright, so let's see. We're going to look here. Alright, fuel 12.8, that's close. 12.7, 22.2 is the CG. That's 488. Okay. Winds are 0.62 at 100. What? Okay. Oh, 10. Gusting to 10. It looked like 100. I said, Denver's got 100-mile-an-hour winds? Holy moly. I don't think we're going anywhere. At 10. That's on the winds. That does not show the slope, which I don't know why, but this one does. So there's no slope on that, and the heading is 0.83. There we go. And this is dry, so that's good. Excuse me. Pardon me. Alright, so 145, 149, 156. There's the V speeds. This V speed's 132, 134, 138. Well, that's almost as. So the Love Cars is. I'm not sure where SimBrief is picking this up from. That's really unusual. Because Southwest Virtual's Love Cars is pulling the same SimBrief data, except what's coming up in this performance takeoff from SimBrief is quite a bit different than what the Love Cars is producing. So we're talking 134, 132, 134, 138, which is almost exactly what we have here. 138, so I'm going with that. Another good reason to fly for Southwest. How about that? Alright, so let's see what we have. Alright, so we've got it that. We'll look at our legs on the first officer side. We'll keep our takeoff performance here. We're going to go through all that's checked, that's clean. Going from left, top left to bottom. Yaw damper, excuse me, our yaw damper is on. Navs are all good. Check the crossfeed. We put our fuel on. Crossfeed checked. APU is on. switch over to APU. APU power is on. Research auto, PAX auto, engine bleeds are on. That's good. Cabin and passenger seat power is on. Electrical APU confirmed. Equipment cooling supply and exhaust is normal. Smoking and seatbelt signs are on. That's good. Okay. Recycle our flight directors. That's good. All right. Nose wheel's good. Clock's fine. That's fine. Auto brake is set. Let's reset our fuel. That's good. Just double check our legs here real quick. Yes, that's all good. And menu, FMC, takeoff. We'll leave that there. Alright, so we have LA Center on, we don't have anything else running, so we're just gonna, we'll call that good. Alright, so, no.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set. Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Oh, man.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
I'm gonna look and see if I can find where my wife is, because she's going to be coming home, and the dogs are in the garage, and if she comes home, okay, it looks like she's still at the store, so to keep an eye on that. Alright, so we're good. Alright, we're going to set course 83.
Locking gear.
Denver traffic, Southwest 4043, pushing back from Terminal C for first line for taxi to runway 8, Denver traffic. I was just looking at that. So strobes are on steady. Packs are off for engine start.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we could have your attention for just a moment, we'd like to point out the safety features of our Boeing 737-800. A safety information card is in the seat back or literature pocket in front of you. To fasten your seatbelt, slide the flat end into the buckle.
Commencing
Pull
push.
the loose strap to
Due to
tighten.
icing conditions,
To
please
relieve
stand
it,
by for
lift
engine
up on the
start until
buckle.
push completed and
Position your
brakes set.
seatbelt tight and low across your hips and wear it any
Two
time
coming
you
up.
are seated. There are 8 emergency exits, 2 forward exit doors,
Looking for
4
21.
overwing window exits, and 2 exit doors in the back. Signs overhead and lights on the
21.
floor lead to
Fuel to
exits.
idle.
If an evacuation is necessary, follow flight attendant commands and
fuel
leave
flow
everything.
acknowledged. Oil
This
pressure
aircraft is
coming up.
equipped with life rafts.
Oil temperature
2 life
coming up.
rafts are located in the forward ceiling compartment and 2
Exhaust gas
life
temperature
rafts are
coming up. Fuel
located
flow
in the
established.
ceiling compartments at mid-cabin. In the event of a water evacuation, Use the life vest under
And
your
push the
seat.
lights on.
Remove the vest only if told to do so. Pull the red strap to open the container and remove the pouch. Remove the vest from the pouch as shown on the safety information card. Place the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, buckle it in the front, and pull to tighten. Once outside, pull down on the red tab to inflate the vest. To manually inflate, blow into the tube at your shoulder. Your vest has a light that turns on automatically in the water. Please refer to the safety information card for use of a life vest on an infant. Flight attendants will distribute additional vests if needed. We are coming by to check that your seatbelt is fastened, your seat back and tray table are in a full upright and locked position, and your carry-on items are completely under the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin, leaving the area from your seat clear. Smoking is not allowed on board, including the lavatories. The use and charging of electronic cigarettes is prohibited. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying any smoke detector in an aircraft lavatory. It is also prohibited to consume alcohol that you have brought with you on this flight. Federal aviation regulations require passenger compliance with the lighted passenger information signs, posted placards, and crew member instructions, including information on seatbelts and smoking.
Disconnecting. We're going to go.
Needed. 4 oxygen masks will drop from a compartment overhead. To activate the flow of oxygen, pull down on the mask until the plastic tubing is fully extended. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Secure the mask with the elastic strap. Although oxygen will be flowing, the plastic bag may not inflate. Continue wearing the mask until otherwise notified by a crew member. If you are traveling with children or anyone needing special assistance, put it on your mask first. Please remove any face coverings before donning an oxygen mask. We are here for your comfort and safety. Please report any unwelcome behavior to a flight attendant. Thank you for your attention. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy your 1 hour and 55 minutes flight to Minneapolis-St. Paul. Welcome aboard.
Bypass bin.
One of the things I was trying to do, and I'm not sure I was able to set
Left
it
is
up
clear.
on this one or not,
Right
was
is clear.
set the streaming rate to 4K. So I think I don't believe it is set to 4K right now. So forgive me for that. Flight controls, full app, full forward, full left, full right. That's good. Rudders, full left, full right. Getting away from the ground crew. Alright, well that's one way I can check the audio still working, so that's good. We are at -7, so I'm going to put engine ice and wing ice, anti-ice on. Let's see. And it shows here on the takeoff performance that ice is optional, so Denver traffic Southwest 4043 taxiing to runway 8 via Mike. Denver traffic. See, now we're working. I don't even have to accelerate. Huh? Yeah, I do need to check the DLL files. Getting a little bit of stuttering, which I shouldn't. Performance-wise, let's see if I can give you an update on that, because I know some would like to know that. Speed there. Alright, so CPU usage is 48, 47 to 51. GPU is 69. So the system is definitely not being taxed. So take off flaps 5. Interesting that it's moving quite a bit quicker than it was before. Not at this airport, obviously we didn't get anywhere on the last flight, but normally I have to give it some thrust to get the thing moving, but this time it just moved right on with no problem at all. Oops, sorry, taxi lights on. Again, I apologize for the breaking all the rules. I just want to get this thing up and make sure it's all going to work as it's supposed to. I really love this system. I mean, it's cool as all get out. It just needs to work. We're heading 83 here as well. Plug up. Confirm that is the heading. Before takeoff, flight attendants will be notified. Bingo, exterior lights. Takeoff landing lights as soon as we get to the runway here. Engine switches to continuous. Definitely wants to accelerate. What'd say, buddy? Auto throttle is armed. Transponder to TARA. Probably ought to put this on 2000. Don't have one. Three 353 is the score code. 3353 that's indicated. Okay, so that's good. Denver traffic Southwest 4043 departing runway 8. Denver traffic on the Chewy one. That's why they say not to engage the auto throttle until you're on the active runway, or arm the auto throttle, because you can just barely tap that button and she will accelerate on. Alright, so start the chrono. Flight attendants, please be seated for departure. Alright, so everything's on. We got runway, landing lights on, continuous. We should be good. Alright, so let's go 40%. Toga. Looking for airspeed alive here shortly. Airspeed is alive. 80 knots. Back off the yield. Looking for B1. 133. Has it clicked? Alright, positive rate. Wheels up. Sorry, can't resist that. Follow the yellow brick road, or in this case, the magenta line. Different traffic, Southwest 4043. On the Chewy, one departure out of 7,000, by level 250, last call. Alright, 200 knots. What's up? Go. After takeoff checklist. RTO off. Landing gear off. $9,000 to go for lights off.
Ladies and gentlemen, use of all portable electronic devices is now permitted in airplane mode with cellular functions turned off. In a few moments we will be coming through to take your drink orders. We will be serving complimentary soft drinks, juice, and coffee. Beer, wine, and liquor are available for purchase or with a valid drink coupon. There is a beverage menu in your seat back pocket, or you may go to the Southwest beverage menu on the in-flight entertainment portal southwestwifi.com, where these options are displayed. Please be mindful of the flight attendant serving you in the aisle and remain seated while the fasten seatbelt sign is on. We have lavatories in the front and back of the aircraft. The sign on the ceiling indicates whether the lavatory is occupied. Please do not form a line at the forward lavatory. Your safety will always be our #1 priority, so please don't hesitate to let us know if you have other needs we can take care of.
That's interesting. So there we are. Out of Denver. Let's see. I still have, double check, I should still have active sky working. Yes, active sky is still connected, so I'm just curious if I should bug up. Yeah, when the weather radar is picking up echoes, it's really pretty cool. Let's see, that's on 40. Put my FO CDU on progress over 20 nautical miles top of climb. Okay, I've not experienced this before. Just hit the test on this and see if that doesn't clear that.
Monitor radar display. Go around. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead.
Yeah, you can see the yokes moving. Okay, so why am I got 140 knot wind from probably from the north now, based on the heading that I'm probably from about 312 it's saying. Jeez, that's a heck of a wind. Okay, so what is going on here? It's like so now the weather radar has frozen completely. Get no response from it. Oh, there we go. Alright, so that was the map button. I don't know if it's a delay in the... Alright, so we're going to do a test once more.
Monitor radar display. Go around. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead.
Okay, so didn't get a notification 1,000 to go, reaching climb altitude. Okay. Well, it looks like says there's 6 people watching, so if anybody's watching that cares to comment, feel free. If you have a question, I'm happy to try to answer your question. I'm just monitoring systems right now. So again, pulling up the task manager, this was one of the points that Chuck was asking about, and assuming that you can see this, let's see. Maybe not, maybe too hard to see. What if I put it over here? Yeah, I don't know if you can read that. Anyway, it's showing 36% CPU usage at 5.4 gigahertz, 5.24 gigahertz, and the GPU is at 60%. So if you can't read it, you can at least see where the graph is, and it's not, I mean, this thing's not even breathing hard. So let's see. And as far as apps running, you got vPilot. TeamSpeak doesn't need to be running. Probably turn that off. I'm not using it, but I left it in there because it was part of the default setup. It's an app used for my wife, believe it or not, to be able to contact me, and we haven't haven't set her up yet on her iPhone. So, speaking of which, where is she? Oh, she's headed back, so expect a call soon. Nope, she's right at, okay, so keep an eye on her. So Chuck, to your point, TeamViewer's running, that's how we communicate, and that's pretty shallow as far as resources. 0.5%, 0.2%, 0.1% usage. vPilot, 0.5% of CPU usage. The biggest thing that's using the CPU is ProSim, which is 6%. 12% is Microsoft Flight Simulator. The TQ throttle driver is 1.2%. Chrome is like 1.1%. The software that's driving the yokes is like 0.1%. OBS Studio is taking more than anything, and it's just transmitting the CDU information over to the other PCs, so that's not much. So like I said, this thing is not even breathing hard. %, 31, 32, 31, 32% CPU, 59% on the GPU. Yeah, so not an issue there. So I'm going to keep this up on the screen. I'm going to keep tabs because the missus is going to be coming home shortly, and I'll need to corral the animals. Alright, so let's see what we got here. We're going to zoom out. Oh, we were looking at the weather a while ago, so I see nothing on the scope, so unless I did a U-turn, I don't think we're going to see anything. I am curious because that's not working at all, so let me take a look at ProSim's giving me another glitch in the audio, and I don't know if that was before. So ProSim is showing audio connected modules off. So let's take a look here. Go into the Nook. Well, the audio's running. That may have been when I first started up, so that looks okay. Alright, so that's still good. But I can't really, I didn't notice if Active Sky was running when I had Task Manager up. Let's try that again. No, okay, so Active Sky's got to be running, otherwise it's not going to show, the radar's not going to function. So, let's go ahead and restart Active Sky. so now it shows it's connected. Okay, now it shows it's running. Oh, that's a good question to see. Alright, so we'll minimize that. And go back and see what sort of impact active sky may be having on the system. So active sky up, that's interesting. Yeah, 0.5% active sky is, so that's nothing. Alright, so let's see if this is gonna, hit the traffic button on the radar for the right side, and that comes up. Alright, so variable is working with no tilt. Tilt function is not working now. Variable is, right, there it goes, now it's coming up. Oh, GC is ground clutter maybe? Let's see something here. Cruise 350. Put that up there. That's why I didn't get the ding a while ago, because it hadn't reached the altitude. Again, sorry guys. I know I'm not following the rules. I'm just trying to figure out why this stuff is not working. Now, it just went underneath here at the request of Giovanni to check some connections. I get a -1 and a -2 on the radar tilt, and that's it. So No.2 powers it be. Let's see, weather. Try this side. Still nothing on the gain. Alright, so if I hit the auto, then it goes to +15. Alright, so now the gain is working, -15. Let's see where 0 is. Pretty close. And she's almost home. So, all right. So, gain down. Guess I'll need to read up some more on that to see how it's working. But it's got to have SIM Connect enabled for it to work at all. And that's currently enabled, so we're looking good there. Okay, so let's look at 324 nautical miles to top and drop. Wow. Yeah, we got a room. All right, I'm going to step away for a minute so I can go take care of my animals, and we'll see you guys in a few.
the flight deck. We have reached our cruising altitude of 35,000 feet. We are expecting a smooth ride and will turn off the seat belt sign when it is safe to do so. We will check back in during descent. Please sit back and enjoy the flight.
Alright, so let's take a look at what we've got on the arrival. Still got a fair piece. 249 nautical miles. Okay, so the Torgy. Swan and Eric. above flight level 240. 30 left is going to be from Konya. Track is 073 to cross Jayden at or above 10,000 at 250 knots, and track 073 to cross 80 at or above 9,000, then track 121 to cross Mauer at 8,000 at 210, then on track 121 to Jijini, then track 121, expect radar vectors to final approach course. So I don't know about where you guys live, but down here in the south, the pollen is active already. Alright, so we're looking at ILS 30 left. We'll just put the Cat 2 on there for now. And just to confirm, airport elevation 820, so it's 850. 850. Yes, I am looking forward, very much looking forward to World Flight. I think World Flight's going to be a blast. I just need to do some testing to see what happens if we lose connectivity, internet, whatever, in the middle of a flight. How do we reposition this thing, start up? So need to verify what ready means in ProSim. It is certainly not with the engines running. Alright, so we got a slight fuel imbalance. Since we got nothing else to do right now, we can go ahead and put this on crossfeed and stop. Turn the left tanks off so they don't pull anymore, and we'll let the right side draw. So we got 405 to 418. Alright, so Cat 30. Let's see what that looks like. So that's going to be 301. Narco, Abez, 100 foot. Okay, barrow set. That doesn't matter, the arrival doesn't matter. Okay, so on the 19th at 21:53Z. And those allergies are kicking now. Winds are 310 at 13, gusting to 19. Wow. 10 statute miles visibility, broken at 25,000. Temperatures minus 13, dew points minus 21. Altimeter 3054. So let's see what is 3054 minutes. High pressure. It's 1034. Let's see something here. It's nice deviation. There's none, so it's going to be 0/10.034. let's look at our descent motion here. What our descent winds. So we'll do 310. We have 3 of them, so 76, 1929. Direction and speed at flight level 200 at 15,000 we're at 58 at 12, and then at 10 we're at 19 at 12. So the ILS is going to be 301, which we have that, and it's 110.30, so 030. Make that active, 11030, and 2. So looking at our progress, we'll put progress there and legs here. Swan. Five, 8, 5, 6. So that's pretty close. Oh, expected fuel on board 5.6. That's Swan 5.8, yeah. $171.7 to top drop. enjoy the 737. It's not overly complex. There's enough going on to keep you on your toes, but it's not like the Airbus. The computer in the Airbus seems to be quite a bit more sophisticated, but generally, I don't know, I just like the Boeing. I enjoy it. Okay, let's put this back here so you guys can see what's going on. We're looking for the Torgy, so we should pop up on this when we get past Swan. See here the way this works on these maps, that it's not quite the same, but let's see. If I go to here and we go to map, I'll show you a different map view. So this is kind of cool. Now this also is showing, it looks like some guys that are up, so let's double check that and see. Winnipeg. Yeah, no, we're not going to be in their airspace. Surprised Chicago's not showing up since they're actually closer than the Winnipeg. Assume that's what WPG Center is. Winnipeg, yep. Yeah, so ProSim provides a pretty decent map. I mean, I got no issue with that. Let's see, what else can we show on here? Show the airspace. A lot of airports. No, we don't want that. That's too busy. Don't want that either. Yeah, there we go. Auto zoom. So we're almost balanced here, 374 to 373. Yeah, like what one of my fellow pilots said, it's some music playing in the background. Some of these flights can be rather long. I wouldn't normally pick this long of a flight. I'd rather do something like an hour. Maybe have 10 minutes, 15 minutes tops at cruise, and then now you're planning for your descent. So get up to cruise, have enough time at cruise to plan your descent, and then start back down again to turn these off. Starting to hear the ident coming in for that. That's awfully far away though for it to be hearing anything. Could it possibly be that way? Let's see. Weather info. Curious to see what sort of overhead Discord's going to add to it. Not much. 68, top and drop, getting closer, coming into range. I'm sure this is boring as all get out for you guys, but sorry, just got to work through these. I am going to try something though, just to see. I know it's risky, but check. Yeah, so I don't know what, need to look at how this is gonna, so with that running, still only 40, 38, 36, 40% CPU utilization, so not a lot. ProSim and Microsoft are the big ones. So disconnected again. What's causing that, I have no idea. But you can see there the FSC TQ drivers ProSim disconnect at 4:12. So yeah, that was not any time recent. So it didn't have anything to do with starting. Didn't have anything to do with starting an app, because the only thing I just started was Discord. Options, configuration. Yeah, that's the other thing that's kind of bizarre is like you Alt-Tab onto something and it won't open up. It won't come forward. You got to go to it in Task Manager, highlight it, and maximize it to get it to come up. And then it comes up. And there it is. I'll log these events if they will. Didn't work. Shut it down and restart it. That's all you can do. So I launched it again. And it's still, now it's saying it's connected, so it's reconnected itself. Now, just to double check something, I'm going to take the auto throttle off, pour the coals to it, yeah, just to make sure that the throttle is, and then engage the auto throttle again, and then it's going to pull back automatically. Alright, so we're 12 nautical miles from top of drop. Now, one thing I haven't done that I might try on the next flight is just to leave all of these things running open in the background instead of minimizing them. I mean, I don't know if that has any effect or not. Not sure what all of this stuff is, what all these settings are, like maximum spring 200, dampening -5, breakout rate. That's elevator. Dampening max. It would be nice though to, like, just resting my arm on it, I can, it's almost like there's a free area. Rudder, elevator, aileron. mess with it because I don't want that to be a contributing factor to something going out. But yeah, elevator load 129, whatever that means. So that's active load. Missed my top drop. We're okay right now. Minneapolis traffic, Southwest 4043, descending on the Torgy 3 arrival. Just passing Eric, direct Torgy out of flight level 310.
From the flight deck, we have started our initial descent. We expect to be on the ground in about 20 minutes or so. Thank you for flying Southwest Airlines.
Oh, that's what that click was. The wing anti-ice clicked off. Yep. All right, so it's wow, that's interesting. Clock froze. Yeah, that's 1,700 hours. That's right. Never mind. Strike that. So, sending out at 18,000, lead pressure is all on auto. That's correct, all those on auto. Pressurization set for landing, 850, that's correct. Passenger signs are on. Light instruments are set, altimeter is set, baro is set, and our landing 30, flaps 30, that's good. And we have 301 set for the ILS course. We have 110.3, 110.3 in both navs, and that's looking good. Plug up. So we're on glide path, so that's looking good. So jade in above 10. That's where that is set. Above 9. That's a different one. It's above 10. Bauer's the only one at 8, so and then Abez. Jenna's 5,000, so that's 8. So above 4. So recall, clear, landing data is set. We have 136 for VREFs, minimums are set at 100 on the Barrow. Exterior lights will come on at 10,000. Altimeter is going to transition here shortly as we approach 18,000. I don't know what that was, Chuck, never mind. Okay, here comes 18,000. All lights on except taxi at 18. Okay, I usually do them at 10, but if you say so. Speed brake arm. FAA, okay. You would know before I would, that's for sure. I don't keep up on the regs. Probably should. Let's see. And if you're commenting, I apologize. I haven't looked at this the stream. No, nobody's commenting. Okay, cool. I like that. Just send me a message across. It's easier to see. All right, so 18.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we make our final descent
Yeah,
into
sorry I
Minneapolis,
missed your
St. Paul,
message, Chuck.
please
I didn't
go
see that
laptop
until just
computers
now about
and
the
similarly sized
V2.
electronic devices. Small portable electronic
So
devices
what
may
you're doing
continue
should
to
work.
be used in airplane
Oh, I see
mode,
what
but
you're
must
saying
be
there.
secured for the remainder of the flight.
Yeah, what was interesting
Please
earlier
ensure
was
all
when I
carry-on
wasn't
items
getting
are completely
any,
under the seat in front of you
when a
or in
VNAV
an
would not
overhead bin,
engage because
leaving
the
the area
temperature of
around
the
your seat
OAT
clear.
was not,
Please
we
raise
didn't
your
like the
seat back
OAT,
and
so I had
tray
to go
table
back
to the
and
full
cross-check
upright in
against
locked position and fasten your
two
seatbelt.
different
We will
takeoff
come by one
performance
last time to pick up cups,
sheets, one from
cans,
the Love Cars from
newspapers,
Southwest
and
and
any
the
other
other
trash.
from
Thank you.
what SimBrief is putting out. So probably need to revisit the what is it, the performance takeoff tool, third-party one. Some guys are still using TopCat, and I guess that's okay. We are looking at oh, that may be coming. Oh, that's okay. Text message. Thanks, Chuck. Appreciate it. Drag required. Slow to. Alright, so why is that not clearing? Let's go here. That's a little unnerving. drag's not clearing off of the not clearing off of the CDU. Unbelievable. All right, above 9,080. So we're okay there. 11. We are going to put anti-ice on because we're in clouds and it's minus 13 degrees. Okay, so 10,000. Really, everything is set. Terrain. We'll put him on terrain there. Yep, terrain there. Find it tends to clutter it up quite a bit doing the terrain. Alright, so now we're turning downwind. Alright. Flight attendants, please be seated for arrival. Alright, notified speed brake is set. And we're going to look for our, now we're going to be on vectors here pretty soon, which is just straight through until we're going to make our turn. Let's bug up. Check 3011, 110.3, heading 301, 110.3, 110.3 on both navs. Cross check and verify. Abiz is 4,000, set in the MCP. And we are tracking inbound. Once we get past Jenna, then I'm just going to go ahead and turn because we have no information from there. Minneapolis traffic, Southwest 4043 inbound on the Torgy 3 at 8,000, looking to vector ourselves around to Norco for the ILS 30 left. Minneapolis traffic. Alright, so coming at the Mauer at 8,000. And we're slowing, so that's good. Alright, so we're basically abeam the runway right now, so put some flaps in. That'll slow us down a little bit more. Looking for 210. And you can see us on the approach. Why is it not updated? Oh. Okay, so looked over at the stream, there wasn't anything on it. It's like, what's going on? Alright, so we're slowing. Kind of interesting because FMC showing 210 at Jenna and we're slowing below that, so we're going to go speed intervention. Let's get that back up a little bit. I don't know FSC not clearing. I'm not about to clear it out of the menu because that may be a disaster. That'd wipe out the FMC, and I'm in the soup. And any ice on, minus 16 degrees in moisture. Alright, so we're about a beam Norco, almost a beam ABAS. And ABAS is 4,000, we're descending to 5,000 now, so we're gonna go hit Jenna. Minneapolis traffic southwest 4043. Currently a beam ABAS on the left downwind 430 left, approaching Jenna at 5,400. Minneapolis traffic. Alright, so ABAS. So reduce our speed about 180. It says 148 5 miles, so give it some more flaps. Flaps 15 and gear down. Flaps 15 indicating. Auto brake set to 2. Not really in too much moisture at this point, so drag required means you have to put on a dress. Just kidding, I like it. Means you're more than 10 knots above the bug speed. Okay, I like it. So I wouldn't have to, I mean, we're at minus 16. We're not really in visible moisture. It's not raining. I'm going to turn, whoop, not that, stupid. Turn the anti-ice off. Alright, so I got a visual on the runway. So anyway, attendants notified. Attendants, flight attendants, please be seated for arrival. Again, speed brake is armed. Landing gear are down 3 greens. And the flaps are set. We're going to reduce our speed here a little bit. And let's turn to intercept ABAS, if you will. And we'll engage our approach. And I'll bring this down to 160 and with flaps 30. Probably way ahead. Normally I would put the gear down and final flaps at the in Norco in this case, but yeah, they need to tone the lights down a little bit on some of these things because they're still a little bit too bright. Alright, so everything's good. Engine's continuous. Alright, there we go, localizer capture. Let's go ahead and reduce our speed down, put the speed bug on top of the reference so we have about a 5 knot buffer. And we're coming in. It's like ILS and localizer capture, so that's good. And we certainly got a visual on the runway. Speed brakes set, flaps 30, 3 greens, move down. Speed set. Love that visual slope indicator. Like a VSD, visual slope display. Perfect. So we'll cross Norco at 3,000, which would be spot on the money. And we're looking good. Speed's coming down to rep. Barrel's set. We're looking good. As long as we don't build up ice that I can't see and we stall out, we're all right. We do have an angle of attack indicator at 4.4, 4.6, so be curious to know, Chuck, if there's any indication. If you couldn't see the wings and you are at the designated approach speed, would the angle of attack give you any indication that you're getting ice buildup? Because the plane would want to start trying to pitch up to compensate for the lack of lift? I don't know. If you can't see visible ice, then it would, you might question that. No. Okay, 2200. And the ground is coming into play. So we can turn that terrain off because it's going to be too cluttered. And let's see. We're going to be coming in on 30 left, so we'll try to take maybe 5 or 7 if we can. Most airlines don't have the angle of attack indicator. Yeah, no, this is special. Yeah, so I guess because most wouldn't have it, you wouldn't have a procedure to give you any indication that that's where the ice may be building. But it's staying pretty solid right now at 4.8. As you can see that. And yeah. Okay, looking good. We're on glide slope and localizer. 1,300 feet. I'll have to go back and watch this later. But Chuck, I appreciate you looking over my shoulder, my proverbial shoulder there. It's cool. Looking forward to meeting you, man. One of these days you're gonna have to get down here. Really think that would be cool. I know you got a lot going on with your program. Okay, one final check. Gear down 3 greens. Flap set to 30. Speed brake is armed. 1,000. And we have currently winds at 319 at 18. Pitching around there. Still winds right down the runway, pretty much. Haven't been here before, so I don't know if the scenery is part of what's jerking me around a little bit, but it shouldn't be. $500. My airplane. White over red, you're white over white, you fly all night. Red over red, you're dead. 500. Red over white, you're all right. Okay. All right, let's get over there a little bit. There we go. 400. Boy, got a little 50. All right, look down into the 30. Runway, focus on the enemy. 30. 20. 10. Flare, just let it bleed off, let it bleed off. There we go.
On behalf of
Alright,
this
that was
flight
good.
crew and Southwest Airlines, welcome to Minneapolis, St. Paul. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened, seat back and tray table in their full upright and locked position, and all carry-on items completely under the seat in front of you. When the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign, please be careful when opening the
Alright,
overhead
lights
bin.
off.
Items may have shifted
APU
during
start.
flight and could fall out. You may now use the cellular function of your small portable electronic devices, but please remain seated and leave your carry-on stowed. Please be advised the aircraft doors will be open during ground servicing. For your safety, please ensure that you
Text to the
and
gate,
any
external
children
lights
you
as
are
needed. APU
supervising remain
started. Yaw
clear of the
damper
front and
switch
back
is
doors.
off.
If you are connecting here to another Southwest flight, please check the monitors in the
heats.
terminal for your flight and gate
We
number.
lost the
We certainly have
panel
enjoyed
again.
sharing part of our day with you. We know you have a choice when you fly, and we thank you
Auto.
for choosing Southwest
Man, those
Airlines.
weren't on at all. Shame on me. Checklist, checklist, checklist. Interesting it didn't have any effect though. It'd be nice if they had like a window icing effect. Okay, probe heat's off, engine, anti-ices are off, and engine switches are off. Flaps are up. Speed auto brake is off. Speed brake is down. Flaps are up. Transponder. Put that on. TA. Auto weather radar. Parking brake. All right. Let's go over here. We got APU, so that's good. Alright, parking brake set. APU power, bleed to APU, engines off. Leave those off, that's good. All right, thumbs up, beautiful. Oh, thanks, Chuck. Appreciate it. Coming from you, that's a compliment for sure. All right, so let's get that off. And let's go through this. Engine shut down. So we're on APU. Bleed power bleeds. APU bleeds on auto. Fuel levers cut off. Anti-collision lights. And that's okay. Set power galley to off. To off. Window heats are off. Yes. Hydraulic pumps are off. Exterior lights as needed. We'll put the logo on, but we'll leave the lights off. Well, we'll get ground power going here. Aircraft, ground power. There we go. We got ground power, so we can put that on. Turn the APU off, and that's good. And we're on. Get some ground pneumatics to blow some air. Chalk set. Yep. Parking brake. IRS is off. End of the day. Emergency lights off. Exterior lights are going to be off. Yep. Okay, so we're shutting everything down. Left and right recirc fans to auto. APU off. Left right packs auto. Engine bleeds on. Yeah, so I'll leave pretty much the packs in auto, or the recircs in auto, packs are in auto, and the engines are on. And APU is off right now because we're on ground power or ground pneumatics. Engine selector to both. Alright, so everybody, I want to thank you for staying with us today. Chuck, especially, thank you for chiming in with your comments. I appreciate that. Look forward to having you right seat here before too long. So with that said, we're going to call it a day, And we're going to shut this baby completely down and turn our power off. Ground power is off. And say goodnight. There we go. Appreciate you, Chuck. Sure nice being able to talk to you, and you can text and I can talk. If I get Discord, I'm going to work on getting Discord set up to where I can have guests come into Discord and we can talk over the headset, or I can talk to you over the headset and hear you, but I'd have to push, you know, a PA or service or a flight button on the audio panel for the audience to better hear your side of the conversation. So that's one of my plans to get that worked out. So, but anyway, thanks again, buddy. Appreciate it. You guys have a good day.